Ken.
I'm Kai, and we are the Bass Brothers. Welcome to our first podcast ever. Let's go. All right, for this first podcast, we have a special guest that we'd like to introduce. He is the youngest of the three of us. He's about 15 years old now. He's the one and only Kaysen Bass. Let's give it up for Kaysen.
Hola.
What's up? How you been lately, Kaysen? How you been?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I mean, you've had a crazy last 2 months, huh? Well, really, the last 2 years. You want to kind of start it, kind of similar to Kian's path. Just kind of tell us about moving from Honey Grove, which is in Texas, our normal, where I graduated high school from. Tell us about time in Honey Grove, moving to Florida, like Kian said, and then coming back to Texas. So, all you, man.
Well, Florida, as you know, is not Florida. Honey Grove, as you know, is a very, very small town.
Yep.
There's nothing to do there. There's like one restaurant.
Yeah.
And then we moved to Florida. There's anything you want to do there, you can do there. And a lot of fun. Big school I went to for the first year.
Wait, when y'all move there? What, 2 years ago, right?
2 years, yeah.
2 years ago. Yep. You were going into your eighth grade year?
Eighth grade.
Eighth grade year. So talk about like once you got down to Florida, like the schools, because you went to 2 different schools, right?
Yeah, my first one was a decently big one. I think I had like 300 kids in my class.
300 kids, yeah.
At minimum. There was a lot of electives, there's advanced programs, but all that stuff aside, it was a big school. It was a little too much for me because I'm not used to big schools, but
yeah. Coming from a school where I graduated with 49 people, so yeah, and that's where we're coming from. A little two-way school, so go ahead.
Yeah, and then I went to this little charter school.
Mm-hmm.
It was brand new. It's only been open for like 5 years.
Yeah.
And there was 12 ninth graders.
12?
Yes, 12.
Dude, that's crazy.
And majority of them were dudes. So.
We're dudes. Well, yeah, that's not.
I know, but there were like 4 girls.
So straight sausage party, but you're saying the straight dudes. That's hilarious.
What do you want me to say?
No, I'm just saying that's funny. So yeah, you went there. So how was your first year in high school? Middle school, whatever.
It was okay, but I couldn't. It could have been better, but I just couldn't play any sports.
Couldn't play no sports.
There was no electives at the school.
Yeah.
There was almost nothing to do, so.
Yeah, I got you.
It was kind of a bad first year of high school, but now I moved back. I'm gonna play a bunch of sports, be in a bunch of electives.
That's good.
Have a good year.
That's good. What about you, Ken? What was your experience in Sebastian? You said in the first video that it was a fun experience, but overall, I mean, there was some stuff behind the scenes, whatever. But like just the school and the vibe of Florida. What was your take on it?
I mean, it was pretty good. Like, school was pretty big, and I got used to it pretty fast. But there's like a lot of stuff to do and whatnot. So
what was some stuff that you would do while you was out there?
whenever I was non-school, I would be playing basketball, like going to the movies or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Did y'all enjoy being able to have the beach right there?
I don't really like the beach. So.
Oh, okay. So we got one no. You like the beach? Yeah, I bet you like the beach, huh? I bet all the high school parties out there. Did y'all have high school parties on the beach? Because I know, like, whenever we would have parties, like I said, went to a little two-way and.
The beach ones are probably the worst ones.
The worst ones, really? I mean, probably because the cops are like all around and.
The cops were at like every party anyways. They shut down just about everything.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, we would have we'd go out into somebody's pasture. That was all our parties and have a bonfire. And then people would pull their trucks up and have the lights. And that was us. There'd be a big circle of trucks and a fire in the middle. That was our party, my parties in high school. So that's kind of cool to experience that. Well, I mean, since you're back in Texas, Kaysen, what you've been back for about a month now? About a month. How has it been kind of reconnecting with your friends from middle school? Y'all are all sophomores now. You haven't seen them since 7th grade. That's kind of crazy. A lot of changing. Look, how's it been the first month?
Well, like the first week, I kind of went and revisited with my friends, to reconnect.
Yeah.
Then I realized just how different they truly are, but
yeah, in a good way or a bad way.
Some it's what you would expect from sophomores,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're a lot different than they used to be. And then, the last 2 weeks I've been working,
Mhm.
and now I've been down here chilling with this little bum. But
What about that little bum?
I've been
See.
working.
I don't know,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
just-
he been working.
I haven't really seen him that much, but
Yeah, he been working. So yeah, I mean, you got down here on Saturday. We had what did we do Saturday again?
nothing. I don't think.
We went to eat, I think, didn't we?
Yeah, no, yes.
Yeah, we went to the Mexican restaurant. Went
Oh,
to
yeah,
Vaqueros. Vaqueros. If y'all are ever in Austin, hit up Vaqueros. It's in the Westlake area. But amazing Mexican food. Imagine like Chewy's, like with the first setup with the chips and stuff. You got the ranch, you got the salsa, but just on a whole nother level than their food. 10 times better than Chewy's. Sorry if there's any Chewy's connoisseurs out there, whatever. But trust me, if you ever come to Austin, go check that place out for sure. So yeah, we did that Saturday. Kind of just chilled, reconnected. Mom came down, got to say what's up to Mom for a minute. Yeah, we went to the Mexican restaurant and then chilled the next 2 days. Then Tuesday, tell them what we did Tuesday.
We went golfing. For my first time at a very good golf course. It
Yes.
has really good views. If you're ever in Austin, where's it at?
It's not in Austin. It's about a 40-minute drive just because of where it's located. But in Lago Vista, y'all go check that out. That golf course the views are amazing. It's not the most pristine golf course. Like, you got to think we're in Texas, right? Like, the fairways are not going to be.
Yeah, and all the grass is dead.
Is
but-
dead. But I mean, the
They're-
greens were good.
And the views are worth it.
The views are worth it, no matter. Even if I used to go out there when the greens, they had little sand holes everywhere. I still go out there because the views. It doesn't even feel like Austin anymore.
But it is a decently difficult course.
It is very difficult course. Very difficult course for sure. I mean, we definitely got our work, and I was sore. I know that afterwards, walking up all those hills and stuff. But yeah, how was your first experience golfing? Like,
It was
you really
good.
loved it?
Mhm.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, dude, this dude is talented for 15. He don't even got a driver out there and hit it one wood, 240 yards on one drive. Like, insane. Blew my mind. But yeah, pretty cool. And then Tuesday, played golf, whatever. Yesterday, kind of just chilled at the pool, having a chill day, and here we are on Thursday, recording our first pod. So that's kind of cool. You got a part of your first round of golf this week and podcast this week, so that's kind of cool.
Yep.
How has your week been, Keen? How was your?
Shoot.
You've been over there quiet. How's your? Honestly, I don't even say your first week. How's been? What, you're 2 months
How's
in now?
been?
Yeah, how's it been, Sean? The first two months coming back. I mean, because you came back from Florida too, back in Texas. A little different. You're in Austin with us, instead of in a little tiny town again. But yeah, what's your?
It's alright. Get used to it.
It's all right. What are the pros and cons?
Pros, podcast, better work,
Better work,
more things to do,
things to do.
closer to family.
Yeah, that's a big one. Didn't even say living with me. That's crazy.
I just said
Do
family.
you prefer?
No, he said closer to
Do
family.
you prefer living with him or living with your friends? Because you were always with your friends.
Well, he's gonna say his friends because he
Yeah,
didn't get on
right.
his ass.
I got more freedom.
He got more freedom, but trying to get him to grow up a little bit. I mean, that's the whole point. Hopefully, we're not too tough on you, but just want to see him succeed. I mean, that's all I want for both y'all. I mean, life's not easy. You're starting to find that out pretty quick already. It's only gonna get once you start act like just paid your first bill for rent and stuff this month. Like growing up a little bit. So yeah, work in progress. We still have. He hasn't even really touched the surface of Austin yet. Like, there's still so many things to do. Like, I'm excited to go to a UT football game. Dude, it's amazing, amazing atmosphere, especially now. And we get to watch Arch this year, which could be legendary quarterback. Don't know. Concerts. We haven't gotten to no concerts yet. And concerts be bumping at Moody Center. Moody Center is one of the best places to watch a concert. I still get flashbacks Bro, I wish you could have been at the SZA concert, dude. It was amazing, amazing. Literally, she was right here, eye level with us at one time. She got a whole life wrap in like a big wedding dress and was just going around the whole arena for like 20 minutes. And so she was like eye level with us, but that was pretty cool. Saw a lot of country artists. I know you don't like country, but I mean, there's a lot of people that come through here, so it's pretty cool. Also, like the comedy scene. I haven't gotten to no comedy shows yet. We need to do that for sure. You going to be interested in that?
I mean, yeah.
You mean yeah?
Not none of the magic things. I don't know.
One of the what?
Like those family-based concerts.
What you mean family-based concerts?
You know how we went to that one in Branson with the stupid family?
Oh no, that's not a concert. That was literally just a play.
Or that's what I meant.
No, that's not what this is. That's a whole
comedy show.
Well, obviously. That's
Oh,
what
I guess it was kind of a comedy. I understand where it's
It
going
was
from.
more like
I mean, yeah, it was more of just a show. Yeah, no comedy like getting a stand up there for
Well, yeah.
60 minutes and listen to them talk shit. That's what I'm talking about. Not like no Jubilee comedy. Yeah.
Alright, now that we're all introduced, I have a theory I want to run by y'all. How y'all feel about ghosts? Y'all think they real? They fake?
About ghosts. I mean, that's kind of tricky.
I mean, I want to say ghosts. I would say more spirits.
More
So-
spirits. I think I'm aligned on that as well. More spirits. But what do you think with the spirits, like in depth wise? Like, how
Well,
could you
actually,
explain that? To
hold on.
somebody?
Like, go back to the ghost term. The ghost term, I feel like people will say ghosts as in like the spirits they see or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where I think we might get ghosts from. You know what I'm saying? Like
So you're saying like spirit, like there's entities out there, like basically like when we die, whatever you believe, whatever. But say we die, our spirit's still in us. Spirits are still floating around, right? You're saying like ghosts.
they're not just floating around. They come through a portal.
Okay.
Portal?
What portal? What portal they be coming through? What you believe?
Like-
This guy's already got
Like not like a portal. Like
He said they come from a portal.
like they come from a different dimension, obviously.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean,
But they're like, how do you think they can get from that dimension to here?
I mean,
They have to have a gateway.
I mean, yeah. My belief. I mean, like I said in the first one, like a Christian belief, it'd be like we're all spirits go to heaven, whatever. Ones that go to heaven, like you
There's
can
angels
still
on the
yeah,
ground.
use angels on the
ground.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
Yeah.
mixture of both. You
And
have both. There's gateways from heaven and hell.
And when
You have
people
the bad
say-
ones and the good
When
ones.
people say stuff is haunted, it's just demons. You know,
Demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just doing stuff, messing.
I mean, so
stuff
that's
up.
their gateway. They're
Yeah.
traveling through that. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I think. Ghosts, and then like, ghosts could be like ancestors or whatever. I mean, when would you see ghosts? Because I when you first said it, I was thinking like I'm seeing them
Well,
in a
like-
dream, or like I'm like midnight, I'm getting up to use the restroom or something, and I'm like, oh shit.
Why is it? How is that your ancestors?
Well, I was just giving an example. It doesn't have to be ancestors. I'm just saying, why would you randomly see a ghost?
Shoot, I don't
Guardian
know.
angel. You know.
They just want them to be seen. I don't know.
But I mean, how else would you see them? Because when I think like of ghosts, I'm thinking of like our minds are crazy, right? We don't still fully understand them. So there is a. Well, that's why I said ancestors. Like if I'm heavy on my mind about like Nana or something, right? Heavy on my mind, and then midnight I gotta go pee or something, and I see her. I'm like, oh, that's why I kind of think that's the only thing I can see as a ghost. I don't know.
I mean, maybe that could be a ghost. I don't know. Or it's just delusion.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what really are ghosts? Because, like, we agree, right? There's spirits and demons, but how do you see them? How does the word ghost come into play? Do people actually see these things, or can you just feel their presence? Because you can definitely feel their presence, for sure. 100% you can feel the presence of that.
Yeah.
But, like, how does it come into the aspect of seeing them? Like, the ghost.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they want to show themselves, they're gonna show themselves. They just want to show, like, not show themselves, but like show that they're there.
Make
Show their
presence felt.
presence, they'll
Yeah.
like move stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking about it, have y'all ever had any experiences where y'all thought y'all saw a ghost, or y'all were like, "Oh, there's definitely a presence here"? Like,
I mean, whenever I was at, you remember Joshua, maybe?
yeah,
I was at his house and there was like a ton of us there, and we were like, supposedly he had ghosts living there. So we were like messing with the ghosts in the bathroom, like with the flashlights and whatnot. And I walked down the stairs and I swear I saw a shadow in the bathroom, like just standing there. I stood there for a second just staring at it, and I just like walked back up the stairs.
dude, that's great. I don't know if I've really that. That's, I mean, that makes sense. They're in the old Victorian house.
Yeah.
All those houses are probably haunted. Honestly, I mean, there's a crap ton of them where we live. All the big old mansions, whatever. But I don't know. Have you had an experience?
Yeah, a couple times, but the only one I remember is in Sherman. I forgot what was happening that night, but I was in the living room. And I just kind of saw like this like white little haze or like fog or something just kind of float in front of the TV and float by, and I was looking at it and it just disappeared.
I've never really like seen one. I don't think. I've definitely had like felt presence before. Like there's a house. Crazy story actually. There's a house in Granbury that. For what? For what? I'm trying to tell my story and you over here smacking your lips.
It's making fun of you because we're still talking trying to talk. It's kind of a
I
crazy
can't help it, bro.
story.
I can't help it. I can't help it. Anyways, in Granbury, kind of where Savannah's parents live, there's this house that supposedly a girl died in it or whatever, and like they turned it into like a art museum type thing, and supposedly before, I think it was, they said they went on a Florida trip or something, some trip, whatever, that they noticed that like they visited that house before they went, and then I may be butchering the sorry Savannah, you can come on and retell it, but they were taking pictures and then they noticed that in all the pictures there was a little orb behind them, like there was something every time in every single picture there was the orb, and then I mean I've experienced it in their house. Literally, they like the pictures we have up here. They have like bigger ones of like all their kids, all their stepkids, whatever. And if they ever move around Savannah's or Alexis's picture, something in the house happens. Like the last time they redid pictures, right? They redid pictures about 6-7 months ago, something like that. And when they redid the pictures, one of the lights just went out, just stopped working, and it was the same one every single time they moved it. The same light goes out in their house every single time. So that she definitely has something watching over her. Like you said, it could be a guardian angel, but I mean, they said like like if you look, like sometimes people have caught like on the second story a girl standing in the house. What's so funny?
Because I can see his reaction when you said that.
Said what?
When you were like you said, girl, you were like, that was me.
No, that was just me twitching.
That's me twitching. But yeah, no, that's kind of so. I don't know of any other experiences, but okay. So I mean, we squatted the ghost. I mean, we're already on the topic of it. What do y'all think about Bigfoot? I know that's cut and dry. That's every conspiracy theory, but what y'all think about that? I'll let y'all discuss. Let my dog.
Well, I think probably the first sighting was probably like a prop or something. Like people just saw this giant figure that looked like something just in the woods.
You think it was a
And
prop?
people ran with it. Yeah, because I feel like that's why, you know, Nessie. I think that's why people believe in Nessie.
Do you know what
who
Nessie
is?
Oh no way! The Loch Ness monster.
Maybe.
You've never heard of the Loch Ness monster?
I mean, if y'all show me a picture, I'll probably.
Like it's basically like think of, you know, the big dinosaurs that have the long necks.
Well, yeah.
It's like that in the water. Somebody
Yeah.
said that they saw that. There's a whole book on it and everything. Go ahead, Jason.
It's like people see these things that either went extinct a long time ago, or are too far out to be real. Get
Yeah.
off your phone. But are too
Sorry, I'm looking out there.
unrealistic to be true. Cause like dinosaurs went extinct, and someone's like, "Oh, we found a dinosaur in this lake." That's not happening. So I think they just saw like either a very what?
Bro, Kean's facial expression. I just look up for Casey. Kean. The whole time just judging what you're saying, like this guy's out of his fucking mind.
Why don't you
What?
correct me then?
He was letting you talk. He was letting you talk. But then I just looked
You
up
said
for
you
him
don't
and I
think- you said you don't think you'll find dinosaurs in the lake? Like you mean living or dead?
Living, I mean, right now.
Oh,
You think
okay.
you're just gonna see a T-Rex walking through the
Why
lake?
is there extinct?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You're
That was his point.
Oh.
That was his point.
This dude's-
He's saying, what do you think? You're gonna see a dinosaur in the lake? I mean, it could have been like just old stories that whenever I don't know, they were still the animals were still evolving from the dinosaur age. I don't know, maybe. But nowadays, definitely not. 100% no.
back to Bigfoot. I was like, what if it's just some dude who's walking through the woods who's like really hairy or is like dirty or something, and then
He just
people-
walked in big, hairy, got bush everywhere, and he's
Oh,
naked.
shit, I forgot we were talking about Bigfoot.
Well, what if he had like? You don't know.
You talk about the biggest bush in the world, bro. That's hilarious.
But I mean, there's like some crazy homeless people who might be doing that. You never know.
I mean, that's kind of true, especially in
You
Austin.
never know. They could just,
Especially in Austin.
or it could have just been some drug dude.
Yeah, I mean,
And then-
well, what was your take on Sprite? You
oh
had an
yeah, bro,
interesting
it was
take.
like old
Hey,
humans.
Fix that.
Old humans.
Old
Like, new humans, like evolved humans saw the old humans, like the last of the old
What
humans.
does that even mean?
What
I
does
think-
that even mean?
He's
we used
saying,
to be
like-
full of hair. What do you mean?
Like cavemen. Like he's saying, like when we kind of evolved past the caveman phase,
There's
that
still one of
there was
those
still
hundreds.
I mean, because
like
you don't really know
thousands or
how
hundreds of thousands
long
of years later.
that they really lived. I
Okay,
mean,
you know how much stuff that's that long ago that's still talked about and believed.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I can kind of see it. It's just the fact that we don't really know how long cavemen really lived, right? Like we know, like our age is like 75. That's usually like
Well,
to
they were
my-
not. The cavemen not exist during dinosaurs
They
or
did.
Ice Age.
They did in the Ice Age, and they got through it. Yes, but I'm just trying to say your point. Like that could happen if like cavemen lived to be 150. You know what I'm saying? 200 years old. We don't really know what it was. So I mean that's a valid point. I've never heard that point of view before until he brought it up and talked about high thoughts. You had to, but I
What
mean.
was your take? What's your thoughts?
A kind of mixture of all of them. I mean, there's definitely been something that was cited. I also think that there could have been like a bigger, like monkey, like a bigger like monkey species. Back in the day, that was just like the apes. Like they could have just been bigger. I mean, they're already huge, but I mean, imagine a big hairy ape before they evolved to what they are now. And then, like, back in the day, they aren't recording nothing, so they just, some dude was walking through the woods and just goes, oh, Bigfoot! You know what I'm saying?
Well, my problem with those two theories is that there's still sightings of him supposedly happening to this day,
Yeah.
and those monkey people that you were saying,
Yeah.
they'd be dead by now. And
Well,
the,
yes,
and
I'm-
the cavemans, they'd be dead by now.
Well, those are just, like, how the story
That's what I mean.
got started.
Yeah, I could see how they got started, but nowadays, like
Oh.
the way we've come to see Bigfoot now, I don't see how
It-
any of that makes any sense.
It's kind of like the Loch Ness Monster. I mean, like, that could have just been a story from way back when, and
Yeah, and then the pictures could have just been something just in the water,
yeah.
or like a decoration. You know.
Or it could have been.
Oh, I
like
think it was a plesiosaur actually.
Whoa.
for those-
I would have not known that. Plesiosaur, is that what you said?
I think plesiosaur.
Mm.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Or, I mean, it could have been, like a big snake or something, like sticking its head out, right?
It's too big to be a snake. The biggest snake was a titanoboa, and those went extinct a long time ago, but it's not important.
Tannenbaum, you be watching a lot of dinosaur documentaries?
No, I just know stuff.
Oh, you just know stuff. You're just like that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you hear that? He's just like that. But yeah.
You don't just pick up random facts about just random topics.
I mean, I do,
You
but
don't
mine's
even
more.
You don't even necessarily have to be interested. You just do.
I mean, I do, but you know, my stuff is going through my mind. I mean, yeah, I'm off this week, but usually, bro, I got a million things. I ain't picking up on those stuff. I ain't retaining it.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I mean, when I was a kid and stuff, yeah. I mean, I still pick up stuff. My biggest thing is my fun facts are like sports and stuff. Like that's where I can get people like, oh, you know this player? No, I didn't think so. Or yeah, throw out a random stat or something.
But until he gets back, y'all were talking about monkey people and old people. What's your look at evolution? Like that people say we evolved from monkeys. How do you feel about that statement?
I mean, I can see where people think that 100%. I mean, look at monkeys now. I mean, one second. I'm on the hairs.
No, because I believe in evolution. It's just I don't believe that we came from monkeys.
Well, that's where I was gonna get to. Like, I understand where people see that, especially like non-religious people. If I wasn't religious, I would believe it. We came from monkeys, 100%. Like, their tendencies and qualities are too similar. Like, I saw a video the other day of this guy was walking out with some bananas, and there was this monkey, I guess like the leader of the group or whatever, and he comes out and he grabs the bananas and gives the dude a big hug, and then the monkey kisses him on the forehead, and then he would go back and look at him, and he kept giving him a hug, and when he finally gave him the bananas, he went to give him a handshake, and the monkey was walking away. He looked back at him and just slapped his hand and walked away. I was like, that's such a person interaction. That was hilarious. But I mean, like I said, but with spiritually, like, yes, we all evolved. I mean, we were just talking about cavemen. We used to be cavemen. That's probably the closest. Cavemen back in the day were basically monkeys now. I mean, if you really think about it. So technically, yes, but no at the same time. Kind of what you were saying. Like, we definitely evolved. 100%. Everything has evolved. I mean, look at this little goof back here. You can't believe that her ancestors were like wolves and stuff. There's no way. But
yeah, taking your point, I kind of take a different outlook because, like, religiously we were here from the beginning, but people say we evolved from monkeys, but people look at it of monkeys that we see nowadays,
yeah,
instead of what monkeys would have been more like millions of years ago.
Yeah,
and it's like,
well, I mean, you gotta think they gotta evolve too. Like, they weren't as smart as they are now.
Like, because there could have been two branches, and one just became a human and one stayed monkey. But
yeah,
talking about Bigfoot.
No, we're talking about evolution.
Yeah, since y'all talked about
Bigfoot,
prehistoric,
leading into it.
and I was like, what do you feel about us coming from monkeys?
So,
don't look at me, look at me,
What the hell up, bro?
Like, Dave, you literally just asked me a dang question, I'm gonna go, why are you looking
Alright,
at
go ahead.
shoot, I don't even know, like,
we were saying
monkeys. Shoot, honestly, I don't think so.
What we were saying was evolution's real. Like, we definitely evolved because, like, the cavemen were what monkeys are now, probably on the same level of IQ, but they weren't monkeys.
Like, we're more like Sasquatches.
I mean, that'd be the same thing.
Didn't you just say Sasquatches were meant to be were seen because people saw prehistoric versions of us?
That's what he said.
I know, but I'm saying we were these things, but the reason we think these things exist because they were us, because people thought they were us, or that we were them.
Well, it was what he's saying is it was somebody that was us, but they thought it was something different. I guess, but
I know. Then he's saying he thinks that's something different.
Well, what I was saying, like,
Is what we
I don't
came
think
from.
we came from monkeys. I mean, like I said, going back to, like he said, believing in God and stuff.
We were just like,
we didn't come from monkeys.
We
He
were
put
just
us
humans with a whole bunch of hair that couldn't speak.
That was cavemen, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so in relation, kinda, yeah, we came from monkeys. The IQ level that they are now, yeah, we came from that for sure. But straight from monkeys, no. Are we similar? Do you think we're like similar though? Like, I mean, our DNA's basically the same as monkeys. Just a little. I don't know the exact count, but do you know how much DNA humans have, Mr. Smart?
What do you mean?
Like, how much DNA do we have? How much RNA? How much DNA?
No.
How much? Yeah, I don't know either. Well, I was just testing you, big brain, because you was pulling out some. What did you say earlier?
Nessie was a plesiosaur.
A plesiosaur. I brought that out of nowhere.
What is that?
You were saying that was a Loch Ness monster.
I think she's a plesiosaur.
But yeah, I don't think we came from monkeys. There's a lot of similarities. We might be distant cousins. I could get behind that train, but yeah. Any other? While we're on the topic of conspiracies, I mean, about stuff is real. Anything else y'all could think of?
That thing about aliens already?
Ooh, we have not hit aliens yet either. Yeah, we can end our conspiracy theory talk on that. Well, I mean, what's y'all's thought on aliens?
I think there's too much universe for there not to be.
Yeah.
Because
That's very
they
valid.
say there's like billions of universes and billions of galaxies with trillions of universes with quadrillions of planets with
It's just infinity.
bunch of suns.
Infinity shit.
well now it's getting to a point where there is no more stuff. It's just expanding mass and then there's just infinite voids past this point spot. But
I feel
there's-
like Joe Rogan interviewing a scientist. Yep.
But there's too much space out there that for us to be the one in like billions of trillions of quadrillions of thing to have life. Like even if it is only a single celled organism, it's still life. That'd still technically be considered an alien.
I mean,
So I think that valid.
that's a valid point. I never actually thought about that. I mean, there's ecosystems on other planets in our galaxy. Like, I mean, Mars don't really have nothing.
Mars is burning sun, but then
Bro, and there's no way. I mean, if you think about it, like, what's the one made up of all water? Is it Mercury? That's what
No, Mercury's like burning hot.
Mercury's burning hot.
It's red. It's Wait.
No, Venus is red.
My very excellent. Just Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune.
Jupiter, maybe.
It's one of those.
Jupiter's a big ass.
No,
gas
Jupiter's a
field,
gas.
tornadoes
It's
and
just
Yeah,
gas.
the last
yeah.
four gas.
Which one? There's one that's a big ocean.
I don't think there is one that's a big ocean. It's just blue.
But do one of y'all guys have phone on there? Look it up.
There's 4 blue planets in our solar system.
Well, there's most of them are just made up of gas. And like you said, like Jupiter is just a bunch of
The
tornadoes.
outer
and stuff.
4, outer 5. There's 4 solid planets and there's 5 gas giants. I think. 3
Five?
gas giants and 5.
That's what I thought. There was 3 gas giants. Yeah.
And then there's
Maybe it is Neptune. I think it's
and
got to
then
be Neptune.
Used to be Pluto, but
Well, Pluto.
it's
Yeah.
gone. But
You can't find it.
It says Earth is the only planet with liquid water on the surface. But other planets
Wait,
like
you're
Mars,
thinking of
Jupiter,
ice.
Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune also contain water in various forms.
like ours.
Additionally, some moons like Europa, Enceladus, and Titan are thought to have subsurface oceans.
Titan. That's
Those
That's-
are moons.
those are moons, right? Yeah. Well, I guess the moons. I mean, you don't think there's nothing living in those oceans?
There absolutely is.
Like, there's no way. They gotta have some type of ecosystem.
and even if it's across the universe, there's still at least something.
Well, yeah, I think like in the form of like aliens, like it's like us, just green people, whatever.
Maybe not. Maybe not the way.
I don't think there's any like other like beings like we're walking around living life in this galaxy, but in other galaxies, there's gotta be. There's gotta be something. There's gotta be other beings.
There could even be another galaxy because I don't know if you know, because we're like right here. We're on like one end of the galaxy. It's not like we're in the
Well, yeah.
middle. We're over here. There's like billions of solar systems within this one.
Well, the solar system, not the galaxy. Sorry, I meant different solar systems.
Different solar systems.
Like different group of
probably.
planets. Yeah, that's
Because
what
I
I'm
think the closest one is like trillions of light years away.
Yeah, and I
maybe
mean,
billions.
the farthest we've ever gone really is Mars. I I mean,
No, they launched a router in 1973, I think, and it's still shooting out to the edge of our solar system.
oh dang, 1973.
And I think it's only made it like Jupiter, Saturn, or something. It's only made it like 50 million.
Well, because
light
they
years.
have satellite pictures of like the moons he was talking about, like Titan and all them. I think they've got satellites out there. But
Yeah. Not all the way up there.
I thought they did have some,
Not all the way up
or
there.
maybe just the telescope pictures, because they got telescopes.
It's all
that can take
telescopes.
pictures.
Because it's like I said, the one I just talked about is the farthest one we've ever sent.
Yeah.
And it's been traveling for 50 years, and I don't think it's reached the edge of our galaxy. Well, solar system
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah. Dude, that's such a crazy concept to think about. Like, do y'all think we'll ever, as a human race, move to to space or a different planet?
As long as the Earth doesn't end before we have the technology, I do believe so. Because we're already starting to think about colonizing Mars and turning that into a
Yeah.
greenhouse.
I mean, there's already movies colonizing Mars. Like,
Yeah, but that's already such a big idea, and it's something people are already trying to start doing, that I think it's absurd to not think about that. Eventually, we'll end up using all of the Earth's resources, sucking everything out of the Earth, and moving to a new planet, maybe new solar system, depending on how.
dang, I didn't think that deep about it. I just thought about just hopping ship. You talking about what do you mean sucking stuff off the Earth?
Like all the resources,
Oh well, yes,
like
yes.
by the time we leave, it's just rock and dirt and water.
Yeah.
And other than that, and then we go to like Mars or something, and then we greenhouse. We make a greenhouse
start
planet.
Figure out how they just got to figure out how to. It's really just water, because Mars could be attainable. Because I mean, you could figure out how to, at least in like make little dome cities to regulate the climate and atmosphere and stuff.
Yeah, I like a greenhouse.
Yeah, but that's an interesting topic. That's something I'm very interested in. Like, I used to watch. It's not the original Star Trek, but it's a series outside of it, kind of like the Star Wars ones. On the Enterprise, the Star Wars, not Star Wars, Star Trek. They were on the Enterprise. They basically was going around like Star Trek,
Was it
trying
the
to
one with
save worlds and stuff.
Isn't that the one with what's his face from the dude who quit Family Guy?
I think so. Yes, he's the main dude. He's the captain of it. Yes, it's that one. That's one of my favorite. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up our first podcast. Thank y'all for watching. I hope that y'all found this entertaining. Just let us know what y'all want us to talk about next. Y'all make sure to like and subscribe on this video. Please check out more. We're gonna have a 4th of July vlog. Hopefully coming on 4th or that Monday following the 4th. But we'll keep y'all posted. We're gonna create an Instagram as well. Once we get that in our next video, we'll tag it down below and show it up on the screen for y'all. But thank y'all for watching. Y'all got any closing statements?
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. We'll see y'all later. Peace out.
Be a goofy goober.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. You start.
I'm starting.
Yeah.
What am I saying?
Just what you just said.
Oh, I thought y'all wanted like more depth. So I thought you were gonna say something.
No. That's what I said. You just do it, because Kason agreed too. Let's just roll it.
Wait, is the camera going?
It's going.
Okay.
But we can clip it.
So you told me like, what do you think about ghosts? Think ghosts are real?
Why did
What
we
y'all
start-
think?
Alright, guys. What is y'all's opinion on this? Like,
Alright guys, now that we're introduced, I want to run something by y'all. How y'all feel about ghosts?
or you can start with like,
I think they real.
you could be like,
Oh, I was actually trying to start it for the thing.
bro, we're still discussing.
Yo, I was literally
You
just
can't
staring
just
at
go,
y'all.
oh,
I'm gonna do it, bro.
Hold on, this is so wasted.
I was literally just staring in his face like a stupid ass.